Revelation 8 will now focus on the upcoming trumpets. Remember, the last thing to happen was the sixth seal earthquake/pole shift, and the wind stopped blowing. I believe the world is in a global state of devastation. Haven't there been a ton of movies portraying something like this?
And when he had opened the seventh seal, there was silence in heaven about the space of half an hour.
Now the seventh seal is finally opened. It is certainly a mystery to me what is meant by silence in heaven about the space of half an hour. If this is talking about the spiritual heaven where God is, then I don't understand why it says half an hour in eternity. If it means our skies and or outer space, then it might be connected to the wind not blowing or the airlines. This hasn't happened yet. We're now in the realm of predicting the future. And I've learned one major point of wisdom the last several years. I can't tell the future. Only God can.
And I saw the 7 angels which stood before God, and to them were given 7 trumpets.
I need to point out that the 7 trumpets are given out right here after the 7th seal opened. The chronology literally has all 7 seals opening before any of the trumpets sound.
And another angel came and stood at the altar, having a golden censer. And there was given unto him much incense, that he should offer it with the prayers of all saints upon the golden altar which was before the throne. And the smoke of the incense which came with the prayers of the saints ascended up before God out of the angel's hand. And the angel took the censer, and filled it with fire of the altar, and cast it into the earth. And there were voices, and thunderings, and lightnings, and an earthquake.
This completes the description of the 7th seal. Notice it does not ever say the unsealed book is opened yet. We will have another earthquake, possibly an aftershock from the 6th seal earthquake, along with thunder and lightning. But what are the voices going to sound like? And notice how our prayers are used as ammunition. I want to point something out I noticed in Daniel 7. Verse 9 starts with, I beheld till the thrones were cast down, which sounds to me like it could be the 6th seal earthquake, which may destroy nations. Then verse 10 says, a fiery stream issued and came forth from before him, which sounds like this 7th seal event. I look forward to going through Daniel, too.
And the 7 angels which had the 7 trumpets prepared themselves to sound. The first angel sounded, and there followed hail and fire mingled with blood, and they were cast upon the earth. And the 3rd part of trees was burnt up, and all green grass was burnt up.
I expect this trumpet will happen soon after the 7th seal earthquake, but it doesn't say. It does make sense that the trumpets are the fire cast to the earth in verse 5. This first trumpet hurts trees and grass. I wonder if the trees will literally ignite like torches. I suspect the 3rd might be determined by which side of the earth gets hit by whatever this is. Will it pummel just the Americas? Or maybe it'll be the southern third of the globe, which would be bad news for Australia. I've said before that I suspect Antarctica might end up being thawed out during this end times process to become our camp of the saints. But to add more quandary to all this, we don't even know how the pole shift is going to leave us situated. I can't tell the future.
And the 2nd angel sounded, and as it were a great mountain burning with fire was cast into the sea. And the 3rd part of the sea became blood. And the 3rd part of the creatures which were in the sea and had life died. And the 3rd part of the ships were destroyed.
Something from outer space will plunge into probably the Pacific Ocean, seeing as it's the largest. Due to the impact, Something from beneath the ocean floor will possibly change the water color to resemble blood. Sadly, mass death really begins here.
And the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp. And it fell upon the third part of the rivers, and upon the fountains of waters. And the name of the star is called Wormwood. And the third part of the waters became wormwood. And many men died of the waters because they were made bitter.
Now here's one of the bigger mysteries of Revelation. The word wormwood elsewhere in the Bible means bitterness, coming from the name of a poisonous herb. But having a bitter taste never killed anyone, so it's talking about something else here. Speculation has been made that this is referring to nuclear radiation or something like that, because the Russian word Chernobyl, the famous nuclear disaster event, means wormwood. Gee, what a coincidence. I certainly don't believe the Chernobyl accident was the third trumpet, but it might be a clue. So what is the great star from heaven burning as it were a lamp? I expect it to be some kind of intruding planet into our solar system. Some call it Planet X or Nibiru, among other names. I don't know about all the hype concerning this topic, but I know the devil has been muddying the waters. But let's suffice it to say that something is coming that will kill a lot of people by poisoning their water.
And the fourth angel sounded, and the third part of the sun was smitten, and the third part of the moon, and the third part of the stars, so as the third part of them was darkened, and the day shone not for a third part of it, and the night likewise.
Notice how all of these trumpets so far have dealt with a third. Will it always be the same third? Probably not, because I don't expect the trumpets to sound simultaneously or in a quick enough succession compared to the rotation of the earth. And here specifically, we see the rotation of the earth as a factor, as both day and night are somehow darkened. I don't think we'll understand what this means until after it happens.
And I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, by reason of the other voices of the trumpet of the three angels, which are yet to sound.
We've seen a lot of global destruction at this point, but we ain't seen nothing yet. The fifth trumpet will be the first woe for 5 months. The sixth trumpet will be the second woe for 42 months. The seventh trumpet will bring the resurrection/rapture first, and then the 7 vials, which will be the third woe, also known as the wrath of God and the day of the Lord.